If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it. Got enough crack to get four to hit. Turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner. Whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best. Rick's the best. Have your heart beating right out your chest. That Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do. I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo!
Test.
Recording.
Talking to it, see if we're good.
Yeah, I could hear him before.
Yay.
Welcome to the Goblin and Ogre podcast at the wonderful Salto Restaurant and Bar in what is this area called?
Downtown Toronto.
Yeah, it's downtown Davenport and Ossington. Thank you. Yeah. I actually love this place. This is a great. Have you done the mic here?
I've done it a couple of times.
Yeah. Johnny Morley, really
Yeah.
great guy. I love Johnny Morley.
I mean, that's the nicest thing I've ever heard anybody say about him, but like, I love him. He's an okay guy. We have our guest today, Mr. Charlie motherfucking Paradise. Oh no, wait, it's not Charlie motherfucking Paradise. It's Charlie fucking Paradise.
Charlie.
I threw in the mother there. Sorry.
Oh, okay, because you don't.
Well, he's more of a father fucker.
Oh, I
Our
see.
good friend Charlie is sexually confused.
He threw in the mother because I fucked his.
When me and Charlie talk shit to each other online, one of his things that his go-to is, I fucked your mother in so many different ways.
Yeah.
He'll go like, I did this to her while she was making me tacos or whatever. Like that.
Oh yeah. He'll mix.
Yeah.
Being with your mom.
I
racism.
mix racism with hatred.
Which is hilarious because you just told
racism
me.
hatred.
Yeah.
No, I throw it all in the bin.
Yeah.
Racism, hatred.
You know what's-
fuck you, Lee.
Yeah.
Like I throw it all in there.
You know what's really funny about that? Just before we started the podcast, you told me that he recently told you he's the least racist person he knows,
Yes.
and yet he's hurled racism at you on a number of occasions by his own admission.
The fucked up thing is, I'm so not racist.
Shut up.
Except when it comes to Lee.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm so not racist.
He sent us a message. He goes like, I'm like the least racist comic out there. And then I say, tell it to the judge. And I sent a picture of him in a Klansman outfit.
Yeah.
And when he's on our podcast. And then he just wrote back, fuck you. Which we're all screen recorded.
You know what's enough proof that he's racist?
So funny.
He's white and East Asian. Two of the most racist people.
Do you think the whiteness is the most racist part about it, or is it the East Asian part of it?
I'm throwing this out there, guys.
Yeah.
I said it before the podcast.
How about you point the mic to your face and not to your cheek? Yeah, there you go. You said it before the podcast.
That bothered him. Don't tell him what to do.
I know. Well, he's just mad because he's Asian, and I told him how to use technology.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off too. Right?
Arab fuck.
Yeah, half a Hindu.
Those two insults don't make sense together, but all right. One of you's off.
Yes. It's him.
It's him. Yeah, it is him. You're more accurate.
Yeah, no, it's definitely me. Holy
Yes. What were you
fuck.
going to say? What did you say to us before the podcast that you want to say now? Say it.
Oh. The joke already landed. Not Chinese. I'm not Chinese. Matt Baxter was
Yeah.
the one who said I was Chinese,
Uh-huh.
and I just went with it because I thought it was funny.
Okay.
I'm not Chinese.
Okay, well then if we're going to do that, then let's do all your lies and your truths. Give us just tell us who you really are. Tell us about your history, your upbringing. Let's do like a little let's
Get to know you.
Let's get to know Charlie. So what? Let's start small. Something you don't need to lie about. What town did you grow up in?
Yeah, let's Charlie Rose Charlie.
Mississauga.
You're such an old man with old references.
I'm from Mississauga.
From Mississauga. Okay. Born and raised, or just born? Did you grow up in Mississauga?
Born in Hamilton,
Oh, okay.
raised in Mississauga.
Raised in Mississauga. Okay. Yeah.
Still kind of gay.
Meaning you've always known you were kind of gay.
Yep.
And you have you indulged in these thoughts? Is that something you've indulged in?
I only jerk off than him Ali.
There's a
That's not
sausage
gay.
commercial on
pretty.
right now. Charlie can't focus.
That's how we do.
Oh, by the way, we're coming at you.
I'm still lying. I'm still fucking lying.
coming
I don't
at you
even
right
know.
now with,
I don't even know why I am. I'm still lying.
Quick shout out. We're coming live to you. Not live, but this is being recorded live right now and will be posted in the future at the lovely Salto Italian restaurant.
Yes.
So we want to give them a big shout out.
I did my third comedy set here. And
Was it the first, second, or third comedy set you did when you humped Aaron Cunningham?
Oh, I forgot she existed.
yeah, the fucked up thing was, I did my first comedy set at the Royal, my second comedy set at the Royal,
Yeah. And then Salto.
and then I walked out of my house,
Yeah.
looked down the fucking street,
Yeah.
and Cunningham was walking towards me.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Like that actually happened.
You had sex with her.
She was walking towards me, and I said, "What, are you stalking me, bitch?"
Uh-huh. Were you? Sorry, finish the story. Go ahead.
No,
It just sort of happened.
By the way,
I looked at her. I said, "Are you stalking me?" And she nodded and said, "Yeah, I am." And I said, "That's fucking hot as
Yeah.
fuck." And then I fucked her. In the
Well, how
mouth.
did it come about? Like, oh, you made that clever line. She liked it. You end up at Salto, and how was it like? Hey, we should hit up the ladies' room.
She's an Aussie. She'll fuck anybody.
Yeah. But like one thing that Charlie told me about was so funny is that as he's fucking her in the bathroom, she said, "Your feet smell like cheese," which makes me ask, why did you take your shoes off in a public bathroom to fuck?
that's a good
Or
question.
were they just so stankin' that like you didn't even have to unlace them? You could smell them through the fucking
You know
shoe.
how bad that is? Because
That's terrible. I could smell them right now, dude.
I do have.
I can smell you.
can't.
Can you
smell
really?
cheddar toast?
Fuck you, you can. You
I really
fuck-
can't.
Old
No,
cheddar
you
or
fucking
mild?
can't. You're so
It's
fucking
like
gay.
foot cheese, dude.
Foot
Like,
cheese.
Yeah.
So this is how bad that is. This is how bad that is. It's because I don't know about you.
Yeah.
From time to time, especially if I've had a shoe for a really long time, my
Yeah.
feet smell. It smells.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take off my shoes and be like, oh, I can smell this. But I've found in general, if I'm wearing my shoes, it's sealed.
Yeah.
The stench will never get out. So
Right.
you would have to be
Extremely rotten.
remarkably.
Yeah, you seal that shit up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, without
but
a doubt.
your feet remarkably smell bad that it can go past the seal.
He's
Past
just
leather,
being an
past
asshole.
cloth.
Fucking. He's just Sanger. He's just being an asshole right now. Like he can't actually smell my.
I'm not kidding. I smelled
You
them
smell
at
his feet?
first. I smelled them at first. Yeah. They're horrendous.
Hold on. Just keep talking.
You have to get a little closer.
No, I still think I can smell
You can
a
smell,
small,
right?
a small
Yeah.
amount of like.
There's a whiff.
Like if somebody walked by here, they would think this restaurant, which it doesn't. I'm going to say this out loud right
Right.
now. They would think this restaurant has mold. Like it's
Right.
like there's something wrong going on over there.
I'm about to take my shoes off just to
Don't
fuck
take
with
your
you
shoes- you know.
motherfuckers.
So people are trying to enjoy their
I
evening.
Yeah.
seriously,
It would be the shortest podcast in history.
They're gonna be-
the shoes are about to come off.
No,
he takes,
don't.
Fucking
he takes his
dicks.
shoes off. Somebody goes, Hey, you guys have blue cheese here?
Somebody got extra Parmigiana.
Someone got some extra Parmesan. It's fucking Reggiano toes over here. This is fucking Havarti.
You want to see? You want to know the most fucked up thing?
What? Havarti toes?
The dude who works here, who was just standing there, literally retreated into the back based on
the smell of your feet.
What was going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty awful. But I want to talk a little bit more about Aaron. Like, how was the sex? Like, I'm guessing it was in the bathroom here.
Well, he's gay, so it
Oh
probably
no,
was
I
bad.
was lying about the whole thing. She would never touch me.
See,
All right. I'm glad we weren't able to
but you know what bothers
seek
me?
that out too much. She just admitted it.
No.
There's no chance in hell.
I actually made a pass at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard pass on her.
What was her
part.
pass?
Yeah.
Say what'd you
she
say? Was just like,
what was your
No.
pass?
Yeah.
What did you say? What was your pass? How did you hit on her?
I'm really direct when I hit on women. Yeah. And so
You want to see my dick?
Because I do too.
Is it there?
I asked her if she wanted to go into the bathroom and fuck me, and she was
That was your opening
yeah.
gambit?
That's pretty cool.
I'm not saying it's not cool.
It's not
Lee.
smooth at
it's
all.
It's not a good.
But it's so direct.
Yeah.
It's so harsh that I kind of respect it.
Harsh because of his face.
And body. And odor. and age.
the harshest part about it was her rejection.
Yeah.
Because she looked at me and she went,
Fucking hell. No, mate.
hard pass.
Hard pass.
That-
She used the
that's-
word.
That's what she
You-
said.
Hard pass.
Except she didn't say it like that. She said, hard pass, mate.
Oh, that's
Right-
you know how I know
right
that's
to my
true.
fucking face.
He is doing an impression of her. I remember she used to talk like that, like
Well,
you know, like
what's
a lot of
funny
shrugs.
is that Charlie.
And she did. And just like you, she shrugged.
yeah.
Hard
You know
pass,
what's funny
mate.
though?
What?
Charlie was mad at me a few times because I made love to women that he liked.
Yeah.
Aaron Cunningham, I have it on Facebook Messenger. If I make it out to Australia, we will hump.
Oh yeah. I thought she moved there to like be with a dude
So
too.
we should start a GoFundMe for me
Is she a
to
cop?
go to Australia. What's
Is
that?
she a cop? Did she?
She's
become
on
a
her way
cop?
to becoming a cop.
She's on her way because that's hot
yeah,
too.
But yeah, we were just talking on Facebook one day. This was months ago. Yeah.
Talking to the mic, fucking. Stop pointing them at your feet and talking to them. Can you?
We could hear the stench.
Can you hear that?
His feet are saying, "Kill us, kill us."
Today we're interviewing the fungus on Charlie's feet.
That's the second guest we have.
Called it the Jake Halsey fungus.
Are you fucking serious? Like,
Yeah.
she said that to you?
Yes,
Yeah.
we were talking. She even sent me a nice little nude.
Oh, really?
You and
Yeah.
not fuck me?
Of course.
Yeah, everybody would. That came out mean. I don't know why that came to. I'm sorry. I apologize. I take that one back. I take one. It popped into my head, and
There's no take back.
no, I'm taking back that one. That one. The second it came out of my mouth, I'm like, that's mean. That's just mean. That one was like uncalled for. If the word uncalled for, that was uncalled for.
But now it's still
that's,
mean.
that's the funniest thing I've ever heard you say.
You told that joke prior to this podcast, and I'll call you out.
Yes.
No. What is? Let me ask you something. Is it your sobriety that's leading you towards being more of a truth teller now? Do you think that's part of it, or no? Unrelated.
More of a what?
Truth teller. He's telling the truth a little more than he usually does. Although I don't believe the Asian
I'm
thing.
still lying about everything I say.
Yeah, I do believe you're Asian part.
Yeah, I
and-
think Baxter nailed that one.
Yeah, that one's true. You're part Asian. It's a little more rare for his age range for the mixing of races, but I still think it's
It does
possible.
look like he wakes up to a gong.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what proves he's Asian? He got offended by that.
Yeah.
If he was all white, he would have said, haha, that's funny, because he's a racist,
Right,
you know?
no.
But he's not.
That pissed him off.
That
yeah.
pissed him off, yeah. It's like if I make a fucking ceviche joke to you and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not, you are, so
Yeah.
you'll get a
I
little...
wouldn't be offended by that.
Not offended, but you know what I
fucked
mean.
up thing
You'd acknowledge
is
it.
that now
call me
you
Ceviche
guys
Guevara.
Shut the fuck up, Smith. The fucked up thing is
That sounds like the name of
now
a very
Understood.
now
revolutionary
you guys
chef.
fucking think I'm lying about the fact that I'm lying. Like that's the fucked up thing.
That's how bad of a liar
Yeah.
that he is.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
even when he
true.
lies, we don't believe
I'm
the lie
an
now.
Awesome liar.
He's not.
No,
you're not a good
you're
liar.
not a good liar, right.
You're not a good liar because a good liar would have it wouldn't have been everything would have been believed for years, and then finally on a podcast like this, you go, by the way,
Yeah.
all these things you think of me none of them are true. But the problem is once you said I'm
But
not.
that's how good of a liar I am. I'm telling you.
I think you're better at washing your feet than you are at lying.
And that's saying something.
I am not Chinese. The whole thing
is.
was a
He is. He's
fucking
Chinese.
lie. It
He's
was
so
a
Chinese.
Matt
He's Chinese.
Baxter bullshit lie.
Oh, I get it. He's from Taiwan, so he doesn't think he's
Right.
Chinese. We think he's Chinese, but that's a political thing.
Like,
I
do
wish-
I look fucking Chinese to
No,
you?
no. Like Taiwan, I wish he would tie a noose around his neck.
I'm
Where's our soundboard?
yeah, I don't want to bother the people for the first one. I did get a new speaker just for it. Everything I don't know. I spent money on the soundboard, but
You forgot it?
no. I have it's right there. But for the first one, technically the soundboard is lighting me.
Do you have any clips today?
No,
clips.
because it was here. I just wanted to I'm like I didn't know who was gonna be we were gonna be bothering, so I'm like let's just do the first one straight up, whatever. Yeah, but I just don't think I don't care about your lies, not in a mean way. I'm just saying, like, I like you, so it's irrelevant whether most of the things that some people say are untrue about you are untrue, or most of them are true.
Because you expect to never really get too close to him.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Yeah, so like you like
That's
him
true.
enough to let him lie, but if you wanted to be his friend, you wouldn't tolerate that shit.
Yeah, probably. I'd probably confront
Whereas
his lies
I'm
more.
opposite, where I'm like, I will get closer and closer to Charlie. The more he lies, and the more I can't understand who he actually is, I get more intrigued.
Yeah.
So I would just always have him around me because he entertains me.
He entertains me. Yeah. There's something to that.
Whether he's lying or not, Charlie fucking I
I'll-
want around me.
As a compliment, I'll say this: Charlie, perhaps we'll never be close friends, but he's one of my top favorite acquaintances. Ooh. Yeah, he's just as an acquaintance, great acquaintance.
That's kind of like a weird, backhanded, great compliment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should stand by that. Yeah. I just think I think you'd be happier getting rid of the. I don't know. It's hard to tell. The lies are fun. What if he's a big dull bored if he doesn't lie? Bored.
So-
Sorry, I said bored. I'm bored. He's
The last girl I dated.
He's lying.
Yeah. That's one.
He's still lying.
That's one thing I can't.
No, this
I can't
that's
picture.
that's the fucked up thing. This is like you fucking dicks. This is true.
Okay.
The last girl I dated said that she thought I could be Thanos' little brother.
Did you ask her to explain more?
Yeah,
Meaning,
yeah.
is that a looks thing,
Yeah.
or is that a evil thing? Like you're
Yep.
evil.
Evil.
It's evil.
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah.
So-
he knows. It's totally evil.
Here's the truth. I call to fault any woman who decides to date you. So I think her judgment is suspect already. So I think that also means you're probably not an evil guy because the mere fact that you would decide to date you,
She was trans.
if
All right, he
whatever I don't, whatever you
guy
want
who
us
put
to
on
call
a
it.
dress told Charlie,
Yeah.
"Hey, you remind me of Thanos." You like Marvel movies?
Yeah,
She was hot.
No, he wasn't.
No, she was.
Just
Yeah,
making
she
sure.
was-
Double check.
She was way hotter than the last chicks I made out with.
Oh, Charlie was trying to convince me and Jake in a group chat that he brought over 2. Count them, 2.
I heard about this.
Black ladies.
I heard
to
about
his
this.
place. His
Oh
fucking.
no, I was totally lying about that.
Yeah. He.
that didn't happen. No.
Because you could only imagine these 2 black chicks, like any black chick, even the low-level, desperate ones,
Black chicks black chicks like me.
but walking into his stinking apartment,
I'll say
seeing
this.
the eviction notice on his fridge, and the smell of dirty foot laundry just lingering.
Yeah.
These bitches would be out so fast.
Yeah.
They'd be like, nigga, what the fuck is that smell?
Yeah,
Fuck you. Pay for my cab ride. Yeah.
You're so
black
old. You
bitches
even
love
said
that
cab ride. You're getting older every moment. I don't know we all are. Every second.
I'm getting much older.
You're doubling the
Yeah.
age.
It's like that Robin Williams movie, Jack.
yes, you're
Some
jacking.
Personality, I'm jacking. Yeah.
You're jacking right now. Like I couldn't believe. Like Charlie, aren't you older than him?
Yeah.
You feel in your lingo. You feel younger than him.
His lingo is more relevant than mine.
Yes. Yes.
I'm a fucking old man. I love it.
I do want to correct one. He did say black girls love me. There's not a single guy who's ever said that to me that I believed them unless it was a black guy. Every guy who's ever said, no, black girls love me.
Black girls are only really into black girls. Black guys.
Black girls,
Oh, I do love
black
lesbians
girls
too. Good
legitimately love me.
Black lesbians
do.
are kind of interesting.
Yeah, they're better. They're better in
Are they?
every way. Although I prefer an interracial lesbian.
Like a nice little Oreo. 2
Yeah.
black chicks and 1 white chick.
I like that you said 3. I was going with one-on-one, but now we're in a
Nah,
threesome.
man. Imagine 2 hot black chicks dominating a hot white chick.
I've seen the video.
Hey,
I've
seen that?
I've seen that.
Hey,
It's
Lee,
like
never
in
even
porn.
seen that.
In
Hey
porn.
Lee,
Not-
your facial hair looks like a chinchilla crawled up and poached itself on your face.
I wish we had that soundboard.
I know.
That was terrible.
That's a fuck that joke. I screwed up. And I would need to hear the I screwed up part. Fuck that joke.
Boo.
And it was, you know what? I'll say this. 95% of the time when somebody goes like this, like clear the room, I'm about to tell a joke,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to go bad.
Hear
Like, you're
ye,
setting
hear
up-
ye.
Yeah, hear ye.
I'm about
hear
to
ye.
bomb.
Yeah. That's redundant to say I'm Charlie Paradise.
Yeah, that's why you're fucking banned at half the fucking comedy clubs in this city.
Oh
you
my
fucking
God,
Hey, he's not
moron.
banned because of his lack of talent. He's unlikable, but
Yeah,
I've never said he's not a good
Well, I'm
funny
banned
guy.
I know. Nobody likes him except for you and me.
Dude,
everybody
Hey,
hates.
don't
this
speak
fucking
for
guy.
me.
Dude, I'm Dude, I'm the most
Are
recent
you?
place I'm banned at
Where?
is a place called Capone's
I've heard of
near my
Capone's.
place. It's because of Chris
Oh
Clark.
yeah, no, I was there that
I'm
night.
banned pending an investigation right now.
Pending
Okay.
an investigation.
Yeah.
Did you
You're
appeal it?
banned
What's-
from a place where Chris Clark is welcome.
No,
No, he's
Chris
banned. He's banned.
can't even show his face in that
Yeah,
neighborhood
yeah.
right now.
He's under review. He's saying he's under review. You worked in offices. They fired one person and he's suspended.
Yeah,
right
because
now.
I tried to show up there with Fabian the other night, and the owner is like, no, you can't come in here. And I'm like, don't you remember when our friend was being an asshole? I was trying to help the situation. And he's like, well, yeah, but, I don't know, guilty by association type of bullshit.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
cops are involved right now, so Chris, if you're seeing this, fucking dodge, hide,
Yeah.
because they're coming after him.
I
Because
mean-
of some damages or whatever.
Chris has always been a nice guy to me, but I can't imagine
No,
he's going to
Chris is
hide.
fine, but he's
no. I'm going to say I can't imagine he's going to hide. I can imagine him, you texting him like, hey, man, maybe keep it on low right now. People are looking for you. You go, oh, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do good impressions. Tell me what you think Chris would say to that. If you said that.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck them. I'll go in there and fucking spend their face.
Yeah,
That's who he is.
He'd stab somebody. Like
Yeah. Chris Clark ain't no joke, dude. That's why he's not funny.
So, okay, but I will say.
But currently, I'm banned pending an investigation.
I think in your
at
defense, that
Capone's.
one doesn't fully count.
It counts because I got rejected.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't count.
Just like Comedy Bar, I was banned temporarily. I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
still go in unless one cocksucker fucking
Remembers you?
bartender is working there. Some fat asshole with a mask on. If he sees me, he's like, no.
You think he's still masked right now?
From the last
If-
time, yeah. The last time I got booted out of there was, I think, December. And he was still wearing a mask.
2023?
Yeah.
Ew.
And he's still wearing that bullshit. Yeah.
People who are still wearing masks in 2023.
Yeah.
Unless you're sick.
Yeah.
Unless you're sick and you're like,
Unless
look,
you're fucking sick and you need to go out, then like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Chinese do, like his people, then wear the mask like, out there.
I'm not. The whole thing was a lie. I'm not Chinese.
it's true
But-
because people in Hong Kong, although they've now become a part of China, they don't consider themselves Chinese completely. So he's Hong Kong Chinese.
Yeah, don't listen to
speaking
Bonsai
Cantonese.
over here.
Yeah.
He's,
Bonsai. It's Japanese. That's funny, but you're an asshole. Look, I don't want to make fun of Charlie the whole time. I will say I deserve to be made fun of. I was going to address this earlier.
Yeah.
At the first 7 minutes of this podcast, if people are still listening, the audio was horrendous. I mean, I'm sure it's not. We're in a public place. Maybe it's not the best right now, but it was horrendous. And I couldn't figure out one of you. Your mics was too high. So I was like, while you're talking, I'm fidgeting. I'm like, I
No,
can hear
it's
everything
totally
around.
me.
And no. After about at the 7 minute mark, I finally looked at my mic and I realized it was my mic the whole time.
Oh, it was you?
It was my mic the
What
whole
an
time.
idiot.
I was look. There's 10 levels to everyone's mics. You guys were on 5s, and I was on a 9.
The fucked up
asshole.
thing is,
Uh-huh.
we love to throw around that word, but
yeah.
You're gay.
retard. Like,
Oh, retard. Oh, sorry, I missed it. I thought it was the other
totally
word.
prescient.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Are you diagnosed with anything?
What?
Are you diagnosed with anything besides alcoholism? Technically, I guess. Does that get diagnosed?
Yeah, I'm bipolar and OCD.
You're bipolar. Yeah. Do you take drugs for?
I also
is
think
that-
I'm a narcissist. Yeah,
But that's just like a
And a low IQ. If you're diagnosed as stupid.
not correct.
are you saying if he was
I'm
intelligent-
smart as fuck? Not correct.
Are you saying if he was smart, he would know not to be a narcissist with his features?
With his situation.
Okay, if you're telling the truth on stuff, the CFO thing, is that true?
The what?
Yeah,
CFO?
no, that's true.
That's true?
Yep.
Yeah. Or forget the CFO specifically. You've had a very successful career until you burned it.
Yep.
That's true? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
That-
that's legit. Yeah.
That I think is possible. Even if you exaggerated what position you had in a company and how big the company was, I do think you were an office peon.
No, that's legit.
Because I feel office from you. Not based on how you dress and act, but the sadness in your eyes. That's office work.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
like you're.
So does Lee, though.
You're a 9 to 5 worker.
So does Lee.
As well.
Lee's always worked.
And you have that same sadness that he does. in
Yeah,
your eyes.
yeah. It's- I'm very.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
It's-
like
Something about office work. I won't say all 9 to 5 because I think you can find happiness. I don't like talking down to people who have like real jobs and everything like that. But office work and cubicles and stuff, and this was said a long time ago. We're not breaking ground. There's a sadness
sucks.
to it.
Yeah,
it
does.
breaks you.
It breaks you down.
Well, because like you spend so much time in it, where part of like why you keep going back is the paycheck.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
steady income. It's something where you like get like used to like, hey, this is comfortable. What I make can pay my rent, and if I go out on dates or have a girlfriend, I could treat her to shit.
Yeah,
And then, but eventually, you're sitting at your fucking desk going like, you have something sinking in you, and you're wondering what that is. And then when you actually acknowledge it, you go like, I am wasting my fucking life for a goddamn paycheck. With the amount of money that I make, it only keeps me trapped. It's like being in jail, and you know how you could buy commissary. What do you call-
Commissary, yeah.
Yeah, you buy commissary with what you get, but you're still in fucking jail.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you might have your Doritos and Twinkies every once, but
That's
not worth it.
That's such a good point because it is. It feels like I have more Cheetos than all the rest of the
else.
prisoners, and then another prisoner goes, "Who gives a fuck, man?"
You're sad and you stink of Cheetos.
you have
Like,
life.
that's it. You're still
You have
a
life
fucking
in prison.
sad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're
like
a life
my
sentence.
fucking feet. It's
Yes, he has Cheetos, man. Like,
He has
my
Cheetos
feet
feet.
stink
His
like
toes
Cheetos.
look like
Cheetos. That's
Cheetos.
a legitimate thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a sadness. Like I do have a besides besides the want to do comedy, I do have this natural, even other than comedy, I have this natural urge to think maybe I could, like, when I look at Salto, they've had this place for a really long time, so they're like old, family owned. But I look at certain bars and I'm like, maybe that could just be me. I could just save my money and own like a little spot, right?
Sure.
Or the saddest thing is when I'm at work, I always have two screens, so I'm always listening to like a podcast or something and working, right? My latest thing is I watch this dude who lives in Alaska, and he has like 8 million subscribers on YouTube. His name is like the Outdoor Boys or whatever, and he just like does. Do you know what bushcraft is? It's
bushcraft?
Like, yeah, it's like when you go camping in the woods, but instead of like bringing a tent, you make a shelter.
You build your own shelter.
You build your own shelter, all that kind of shit. I watch that and I think, this guy is living the life. And you know how sad it is to be at a cubicle going like click, 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 and then watching a guy in the outdoors of Alaska like
just living his life.
Yeah,
that's sad and pathetic. Yeah,
it's sad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
and I guess that's what you, the truth, I do believe, out of any of the possible lies or whatever, is that is the lesson you learned at some age. What age do you think you learned that lesson? And that's what, I think you've told me this a little bit, but tell the truth on this one point. When did you learn? What set it off? What made you realize sitting in an office for the rest of your life, even if you're making $100,000, is not worth it?
It's just empty.
What was the catalyst? He's thinking, people. He's it's dead air right now, but he's thinking. He's thinking.
He's thinking it's really hard for him. Even though he has a high IQ.
When they sent me home in 2020
on maternity leave, get it, you're a woman.
for the
Go ahead,
pandemic.
sorry, for the pandemic. Yeah.
When they sent me home, my first thought was, this is awesome. I'll spend the next 2 weeks just fucking riding it out. And then it became 2 years.
Yeah.
And I lost my shit. You guys want to get real?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
wanna
That's what I'm asking.
super
Yeah.
real?
Serious. Yeah.
They sent me home and told me it would be 2 weeks. And I thought, that's great. I'll save time on my commute. It'll be tons of fun.
Yeah. That's so sad that's a little vacation. Is that
He's
sad?
lying.
No,
that's a
I'm
lie?
not. I know.
Fucker.
No, okay,
not.
yeah.
This-
So you
this
and then
is
and then
totally
what?
Real.
Yeah.
And then
I
it turns
thought,
into more.
That'll be fucking awesome.
So
Yeah.
they stood you up kind of thing?
And then it just kept going.
Yeah. And then what's your next
And
thought?
then let me put it to you like this, okay? You adopt a feral cat. Okay? You adopt a feral cat.
Sorry, he has an Elvis-y
Yeah,
thing with his. He goes like, "Let me put it to you this way."
You adopt a feral cat.
Yeah.
The cat goes home with you. And you convince yourself you've taught the cat to be an indoor cat.
What? I'm
Yeah,
lost right now.
no. I'm gonna fix this
Are
for
you the cat?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. He's a pussy. No.
Feral twat.
No,
yeah.
Charlie. I'm gonna flip it for you. I'm actually gonna flip it for you.
Hit me.
I think you're on the right path, but I'm flipping for you. It's not that you took a feral cat home. It's that you took a domesticated cat that's only been indoors, and then you fucking opened the door, and the cat ran out and realized, I was never meant to be an indoor cat. It's like the cat that never comes home again. Like, and the family's like putting posters up.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, come home, kitty cat, Mr. Binkles, please come home." But Mr.
yeah.
Binkles is killing mice
That's
in
exactly
outdoors.
it. Yep.
Mr. Binkles is a fucking tiger out there.
Right.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Okay.
So the problem is, I guess he's basically saying, which is crazy because I think this is true for a lot of people, is he would have stayed the course with his life, Their issue was they sent him home, and he got a glimpse of not being office guy. 3-button vest, like telling people what to do guy.
Office
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
That's part.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Edgar. Yeah. No,
It's-
you
Hit the nail on the head. Yeah. It. That's so funny that I just gave you the expression "hit the nail on the head"
No,
because
you did.
couldn't
Yeah,
find.
that's exactly.
But I think
it.
that's a lot of people's experience. Is something changes, and I think the pandemic was for a lot of people.
And the thing is, like, I'm good at being a corporate worker, except I'm not.
So meaning
because-
you're good at doing work. Technically, like you're intelligent, you can do the work, but you're not good at staying the course. Being a peon. Are you
Like
a
he's
peon?
smart enough to get the job.
Yeah.
But just too much of a problem to keep the job.
I basically trained myself to be a solid corporate worker. And then the pandemic happened.
And it untrained you.
And
yeah.
it was like, I just started drinking more and more and more. And then,
Was there something that caused the excessive drinking? Like, was there a catalyst?
yeah, I hated myself.
Do you think it was in part with the work you were doing and how much time you were putting into it that made you go like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm an asshole.
I was lonely as fuck. And then the fucked up thing was, I went for a walk one day, and I walked past the Salvation Army.
And that's where you got this jacket.
My jacket's cool as fuck. Fuck you. I walked past the Salvation Army.
He got it. No, man. He got that from the set of an '80s New York movie.
That's right. There's bullet holes in the back. Please continue.
I walked past the fucking Salvation Army. And I was so fucking depressed because of those sad sack fucking losers. I was in an AA meeting.
Yeah.
This was early 2020.
Wait, which sad sack losers? The AA ones or the ones working at Salvation Army?
No, the AA people.
Okay. Go on.
And I looked at them all and I just thought, holy fuck, I'm way more depressed now
than you
when
were
I
initially.
walked in. And I was living up at Yonge and Sheppard at the time,
Yeah.
and I'm walking home.
See, he's Asian. Yonge
It
and
was-
Sheppard is all Asians.
Yeah.
So he's a liar. Keep going.
Just say Markham.
It wasn't
Markham.
It wasn't Markham. It was legitimately
he lived in Pacific Mall.
It was the Salvation Army at fucking Bloor and Ossington.
Okay.
And I'm walking home from that. And I was so depressed. I felt like such a piece of shit. I felt like fuck my entire life. And I thought, oh my God, I want to get a drink now way more than when I fucking first walked up to this fucking place. And it was an AA meeting. And I stopped and I looked to my right. And Comedy Bar was there.
This is before you started comedy? Okay.
And you went in and ordered some sake?
And I walked in and there was nobody there.
Yeah.
And they
Except a bunch of faggots. Anyways, go on.
and they called me up on the stage because I was so fucking wasted. I kept chirping all of the fucking comedians. And they called me up
Heckling.
on the,
Charlie was heckling his first time.
and they called me up onto the stage.
Yeah.
And it just kind of became a thing.
He calls it chirping because he's a penguin.
That's how I got started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first set at all, or were you too fucked up?
No, I was way too fucked up. I don't remember a goddamn word I said. No.
Did you start with the Charlie Paradise stuff immediately, or that came later? Like
Like, were you Charlie Paradise when you
Day
went
one,
in,
yeah.
or after you left? Did you
No,
become Charlie Paradise? When did you become Charlie Paradise?
yeah.
It was always my gamer tag.
Oh,
Charlie Paradise was always my gamer
what
tag.
game were you fucking with?
I used to do Call of Duty, but mostly like open world RPGs, like Fable, Skyrim, bullshit, gay stuff like that.
Did you ever play Call of Laundry? You should.
Okay, that's me.
Have you ever played Foot Washer Online?
That's just me.
Did you ever play Galo?
You ever
Give me a
played
fucking taco fact.
Shit, sorry.
Are you Taoist? Tao. The religion. Are you Tao?
I don't believe in anything.
You don't believe you're atheist?
He calls God and Jesus
Oh,
gay
no,
all the
I-
time. He doesn't believe in nothing.
Then why would you pick Paradise as your last name if you don't believe in paradise?
Oh, as in like he could have been Charles Heaven.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie Evans.
Charlie.
Hey, it's gonna sound so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah, why did you pick Paradise? Because it sounded cool? Was it just a sound cool thing? That can be.
Because I'm an educated fuck. You know Jack Kerouac?
He's
you know,
lying.
What school did you go to?
Jack Kerouac.
What school did you go to? 3, 2,
U of T.
1. That was an easy one. What campus? Oh, I don't know. That might have been a lie.
UTM. Fuck you.
Oh, okay, that's true. He might have goffed because he's of the lesser UTM. I, on the other hand, went to UFT downtown, so I'm already better than him. Besides being younger, funnier,
I went to
more
Humber
successful
North.
with women.
Okay, I'm
not gay.
gonna throw this
Humber
out there.
North?
Not
Humber
funnier.
I'm.
Not funnier. No.
You know what? I'm not going to get into this debate. I was about to be like, I'm way funnier. Are you booked this week
At the back room?
That's right.
That don't want to have our podcast there?
No, I don't think. He said he doesn't want any podcast there. Technically,
Any podcast?
any podcast. Yeah. Well, no, that's not what he said. He said he'll ask, but they don't really whatever.
Let's put the pressure on him. 'cause
I do think.
you know what I want this podcast to be? I want it to be in the Guinness Book of World Records as
for
a podcast.
worst
that has-
podcast ever.
No, besides that. No, besides that.
Lowest consistent numbers.
This is a
No,
terrible podcast.
As the podcast that has recorded at the most venues.
Oh yeah. The most venues.
If we
podcast.
record over 300 different venues, I think we could submit a form. Hey, can
That's
we
true.
consider this a little bit?
You know what?
in the big book.
You know what I do want to move to as the weather gets better? I did like Parkcasts.
Parkcasts?
The Parkcasts.
Parkcasts are good.
I loved them. I loved them. It was nice,
I was talking to Sarah Donaldson,
Yeah.
and she said that one we did outside between the buildings is one of her favorite ones.
Yeah.
I discounted that one completely and didn't even look for clips or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this was obvious shit. And I just like,
I don't remember
bypassed it.
but I just
Exactly.
remember having a good time with
it was fun,
Parkcasts.
but I was just like, fuck it. For some reason.
Do you remember why we did Parkcasts too? Because the Royal was still around at the time, but
Yeah.
they were starting to have different issues, so we would show up and they just wouldn't
And
be
they'd be
open that
closed.
night.
Yeah.
So that's what would lead to the Parkcasts.
Shout out to the Royal and fuck Zesty Burger.
No, I heard you say that recently, but apparently somebody's saying they're open to stuff. So actually, maybe we should talk to Zesty Burger about how they feel about
You know what? Zesty Burger
taking on
is all right.
Okay, but you never answered the question, Charles. When did you? Okay, it was your gamer tag, but did you do your first show as Charlie Paradise immediately? Like you're like, this is going to be my stage name,
Yeah,
or did you go by your real name at any period of time?
It sounds fucking crazy, but I got fired July 7th, 2022.
Okay.
From a six-figure position.
Uh-huh.
What for?
Because I was off the goddamn rails.
Just drinking.
Yeah, I was drinking at work.
His severance letter said for being a loser.
I was off the rails.
Yeah.
To be fair, I worked there for 6 years, and they were dicks. They should have been more supportive.
Sure.
I do believe that. Because how long do you think?
I was having some.
Like if you were having a mental break, it does. He's right.
I was
HR wise, he's absolutely right. Yeah.
They should have been more supportive. They weren't. They were total fucking dicks.
They didn't extend any kind of help.
None.
How corporate?
None whatsoever.
How corporate were they, or small business, or like? How many employees, if you were to guess, you guys had?
I was the CFO.
Yeah. How many employees do you think you would guess?
28.
28 employees. That's it. That's why look. There's a lot of shit about working corporate.
I know I fucked up.
He was a CFO, a crappy fat oaf.
Very good. Very good. Hold on.
I know I fucked up, but they should have been cooler about it. And
No, I'm not even saying you fucked up, but I'm saying because it was a small, relatively company, there's a little less watching of doing shit like that. Like if you were in a bigger company, there's a lot of bad things you would have not enjoyed, but they wouldn't have just let you go. They would have had to go through. We have to go through HR, and he has a mental illness and all this kind of stuff. And you would have been able. You probably would have gone on short-term disability leave.
Of course.
Yeah. Yes.
They should have been cooler.
Yes, absolutely.
I should have handled my shit better.
Yeah.
And they fired me, and the day they fired me, I thought to myself, I'm going to move downtown and be a stand-up comedian. That, no word of a lie.
Yeah.
That's what actually happened.
And that was before you wandered into the comedy bar.
Lee, I got fired July 7th, 2022. I moved downtown. I moved in July 27th, 2022.
So 20 days later.
And I walked into the Royal Comedy Bar on August.
The Royal Comedy Bar.
He can't even guess. He can't. Oh my God, that was a reveal. It's all fake.
This is all
It's all fake. He mixed up 3 bars.
This is 100% true.
Okay.
I walked into the Royal Comedy Bar on August 6th, 2022.
Yeah.
And this asshole called me a retard.
Yeah. It's the Royal Comedy Theater.
And that's when it started.
It's like it's so unbelievable because that's like me being like, hey, I had a revelation. I was sitting getting a pizza from Domino Hut.
It's true.
And I said, Domino Hut, give me your best Big Mac.
Domino Hut. I'll have a Big Mac.
I'll have a Big Mac, please. And I realized I wanted to be a comedian.
It's totally true.
So what started the comedy? Like you've always wanted to be in stand-up, or you decided at some point while you were working corporate to be a comedian, or did you step into the Royal Comedy Theater and I called you retarded, and then that give you the push necessary to keep coming back? Because if so, I apologize to the entire comedy community.
It's all your fault.
I got super fucking pissed off. I'm like, this fucking guy chirps me.
Keep saying
Like
chirped.
this tiny little bitch fucking chirps me. Are you fucking kidding me? And yeah, that's why I
I
kept coming
inspired
back.
you. You're welcome.
Fuck you, fag.
Yeah, fuck me. I'm a huge faggot.
Yeah, no,
Thanks for
you're a total fag. But that's a real thing.
Were you
Like,
gay at the time?
What?
Were you gay at the time during work, or is that also a revelation post work
no, he was
stuff?
born that way.
No, actually.
Well, yes. Yeah, God
No,
loves. Did
I
you know? You didn't know.
I'm.
So maybe on the same night he saw your hot little tamale ass, and he also realized he was gay. At the same night, he realized this piece of shit.
So my sexiness called him a piece of like a fucking retard,
Yeah.
and then he just goes, "Hey, fuck him! I'm gonna be the greatest comedian Toronto's ever seen, and I'm eventually gonna fuck him." That's what went through his crazy
Good job,
mind.
Lee. Good job.
God damn it,
You're so fucking gay.
dude! Charlie keeps threatening to rape me on Instagram.
I know. I saw you post that.
That's true. I do threaten to rape him
But you
all
know
the
what?
time.
This is my caring side.
like constantly.
This is my caring side. I
No,
read that
I
post,
definitely
and
do.
I was like,
I definitely do threaten to rape him all the time.
I read that post,
Yeah.
and then I pictured Dimitri's court case. The prosecuting attorney has it blown up. See, even his friends.
Yeah, Exhibit C, Goblin Ogre Podcast Instagram page names the defendant, Dmitry Goryenko, a foul rapist.
Yeah, and then we'll be in the back. We'll be in the back promoting on all podcasting platforms.
Totally.
Yeah, I did people ever tell you were funny prior to the Charlie Paradise character?
No.
That I find interesting. When somebody joins comedy and no,
up the metaphor.
Yeah.
You got it right.
yeah,
It was the feral cat metaphor. You cheat. You
Talk more to
You,
the mic. Talk to
you
me.
train.
yeah.
You train a feral cat
Come on,
to
pretend
be.
it's a dick. Put it right in front of your mouth.
You train a feral cat to be an indoor cat, and then when you let it out for 2 years, like the pandemic,
Yeah.
and you bring it back in,
It's a feral cat now. No, but I guess
you can't be shocked that it's fucked up.
this is
And that's what happened with me. I got trained in the corporate world for 10 years to be a corporate guy. And then they opened up the window and said, go do your own thing. And I went out and I did it for 2 years. And then they brought me back in and I was fucked.
Notice his pinky.
I was
faggot.
Also, one thing about that what he's talking about right now.
I was completely fucked up after they brought me back in. And it was just like I
Here's
don't
the
even
thing.
I don't even really know how to explain
It
it.
sounds like to me like you adopt a cat, and it's feral.
I can't.
And then the cat shows up like with these dead mice and with these dead birds. And that's what Charlie is. Instead of showing up, he goes out and hunts trannies and then comes back
Yeah.
with all these I think I'm a woman gay men back to his apartment, all fucked up, has his way with them, and then they leave his stinky apartment. Am I right?
Yes.
I don't think that's far. Like, I wish it was far off. I don't think it is.
It's
I
pretty
love
close.
that you
I was-
started with the cat metaphor and then halfway through just turned it into you have sex.
turned into a
Yeah, sex
Like you
with
never
men
brought the
dresses.
cat up ever.
turned into a blatant personal attack.
I'll say this.
Like,
Hey,
it's like, hey,
That's-
here's a cat metaphor, and also, fuck you, Charlie. You
He's gay.
fucking you're gay.
so it's your fault for taking that as an insult. You should be proud. And I think we can end on this. I do think this is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Is he just admitted? And I'm not putting this on you not being funny. I'm just saying Nobody ever told him he was funny.
Yeah.
Right? I assume a small part of you that made you want to do comedy
I
is...
never had any friends, Sanker. I
And you still don't.
Never will.
Never will. I don't want to. I don't like lambasting our guests. You're no. But this is an interesting. This is an interesting subject. Is no one ever told you were funny, but you went to comedy. I asked. Did you, part of the reason you thought you could be a comedian is because people think you're funny?
I was only ever told you should be a comedian, and I told them they were fucking gay.
Right, but still, you were told that. I was told I was funny too, and not maybe specifically you should do comedy, but like, I was generally
literally told by a
funny
number
guys.
of people, you should be a comedian.
Yeah.
And my response has always been like, oh, you mean those faggots on Just for Laugh? Like, I'm funny with my friends. That's all I need.
You just thought it was just for laugh
I thought it was
gags.
gay shit, and then I did it, and it was so much fun to do. I'm like, I gotta keep doing this.
Okay, but still, you were told. So I'm always interested by the people who never were told you should be a comedian. What
prompted it?
Yeah.
I know it's a funny thing to say, but
I'm not
very
insulting you. I'm
legitimately,
interested.
I never actually had any friends. Like I know that's a weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
No.
But
Not really.
Maybe you're
There's
real.
a lot of losers out there, dude.
Yeah. That wasn't forgiving at all. Like,
Guys,
you didn't scapegoat. You didn't like find some like philosophical way of getting about. You just said, he just said, I know I never had any friends. You go, not really. There's many other losers.
Because I can still
in
smell
that
his
you're a
cheese right
loser.
now.
I have one friend outside of comedy. Just one.
Who? How do you know
literally
this person?
Just one. And he was the guy that used to beat the shit out of me when I was a kid. I was a small kid.
Small Asian kid. You're getting beat up.
And he was my bully.
Yeah.
And he used to beat the shit out of me.
And why do you get along now? Did it happen?
Because
when did you guys start getting along, or is it gradual?
Puberty hit me like a ton of bricks.
Oh,
and he realized he was gay and fuck that guy.
Yeah, that guy was gay because anyone who bullies someone for many
Anybody who
years.
violently bullies somebody, I think is gay.
Yeah.
I bullied, but I've always been verbal.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, you look like this, or like I was.
Or
a bully
you're
like
a physical coward. Either one.
I wouldn't hit people. I would only like say things to make them want to kill themselves.
It was like a.
Do you think he's gay?
You know, like the
Charlie.
No. I'm asking Charlie.
You
if
know,
he thinks
like
his
the
best friend.
like the prison food chain.
Yeah.
He was the guy who tried to be ahead of me in the prison food chain.
Oh, like cut in line.
Yeah.
Not the guy that when you sit down tries to take your cornbread. The guy who, while you're in line, steps in front of you.
You can't have my cornbread.
He wanted me to be last.
Yeah.
He and I were the two guys who got bullied. He's a multi-millionaire right now.
So your bully was also bullied.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there is a pecking order. I guess.
Yeah.
And he
A lot of
he
bird
wanted to be
references
ahead
in
of
this
me,
podcast.
and he beat the shit out of me, and that's a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
And then puberty hit, and he stayed about your size, and I got my size.
Yeah.
But
And
What's funny is that
that's not
like
puberty. You guys are roughly the same size. You just got heavy.
Sager, don't you ever say that again?
No, but like height-wise?
we're not remotely the same
Height-wise
size,
and stuff like that, you guys are kind of the same. He's saying puberty hit me, but you guys are vaguely the same height. He's just, and no insult, he's just fatter than you.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
stand next to each other. You
nothing about
guys are
that
the
is
same
correct.
height.
Sanger,
Your bones aren't even bigger. When I saw you, you have little dainty hands as an Asian.
I keep telling you, I'm not fucking Chinese. Like I keep fucking
And I apologized.
Yeah.
I apologized because a lot of people mix up Vietnamese and Chinese. It's not
He
fair.
does have perfect chopstick handling
yes,
fingers.
yes.
That's how Charlie jerks off with
Yeah.
chopsticks.
I just want to end this podcast with a good recommendation on a great authentic dim sum spot. It's pronounced pho, right?
Thank you for listening.
I'm gonna